What is going on, guys? Fighting Game Select is back again. We're here to talk about some amazing Street Fighter 6. Now, I'm here with JB again. JB, what is good?
What's up, man? Thank you for having me back once again, bro.
You know, when CPT come up, it always comes behind with a balance and an announcement of another CPT tour. Talk about if you had ideas with the balance patch for Season 3.
For me, I'm a big fan of boring games. And what I mean by boring games is that, it really just boils down to how good the player really is in the game, right? I hate games that are very volatile in the sense that, randomly just some crazy stuff will happen. A player will make a crazy comeback, big damage from one hit. You know, something that, I'm not a big fan of things like that. I'm a fan of when the game is nice, boring, consistent, right? So honestly, the one thing that I really want changed, and I think this is the first thing that I would do if I was a developer and I was balancing Street Fighter 6, is I'm sick and tired of just every character. Their entire thing is get the opponent down to 50% health and do one low forward drive rush into level 3. Boom, you win the match. There's not enough skill gap between that. I feel like it's just so easy to just mash crouch medium kick. It's very hard to whiff it. Honestly, it's harder to whiff a crouch medium kick than it is to hit it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so that's because everything is minus in this game.
That too. Yeah. That too. Exactly. Yeah, so that's another thing, right? But I honestly think that they need to do an overhaul in terms of scaling when it comes to supers. I think level 3 should scale a little more. I feel like 30% is what they should leave it at. Right now it's 50, right? That's the max it'll scale to, right? It won't go under 50. So I really do think they should do something with level 3s, man, where they scale it maybe to 35%, maybe even 30%, man, because that way when you have 60% health, you don't have to worry about Bison doing stand fierce into or crouch medium punch into something into level 3, you know what I mean? And then you're dead, you know? Yeah. So I think I really every character is just the same thing, you know? And even in the end, every single character's combo is just drive rush, heavy, heavy, drive rush, heavy, heavy, drive rush, heavy, heavy, special move level 3. You know, that's another thing I want to see changed in the game. So that's pretty much it, to be honest. In my list of priorities, there's a ton of other things that we could talk about that I feel need an overhaul in the game. But I think this should definitely be a priority, I think.
That's a really good talk. Yeah, you know, I mean, I'm also a fan of being boring.
You like neutral, man. I know you.
Yeah, I like it, you know, and but I also don't mind a game allowing opponents to kind of be aggressive too. My problem is that they don't give you they don't really give you, again, any incentive to stop the aggression. I like when a game is you could play like this, but if the person who plays the opposite of you does this, then you get punished, you know. And I'm okay, that's cool. It's a fair, chaotic game, but again, there's not a lot of ways consistently to slow down the game. Because again, if a person needs one hit, they could spend a half a bar to B plus, put you in a pressing situation, and if you try to fight back and you wrong, you lost. And anybody can do that. You know what I mean? I don't think it take a talented player or a quote unquote top player to do what we just said. But it's okay if the game is like that. However, if you give me a thing where I stop the drive rush, I take more drive gauge from you, then that means that I can optimize doing level 1 to I also think level 1 should take more drive gauge. I don't think it take enough.
You know what I think? Why you think it doesn't take a half bar? And I know
because when I hit them, it builds the meter back.
It builds more meter. Yeah. Exactly. That's one thing I really do think they need to change.
Yeah, that's probably what
especially when it comes to level 3. So that's a big thing that happens with Rashid. His level 1 and his level 3. Bro, the opponents build meter before the move actually connects with them, or before the animation actually hits them. So for example, when I'm playing Rashid, let's say I hit somebody with level 1, right? He goes into a full animation where he winds up his kick and then finally kicks them, right? They build meter while that animation is happening.
That's hilarious.
They don't even pause it. You know, so half of the time when I think that they should get burnt out, they actually end up not getting burnt out, you know? So I do think that the moment a level 1 activates, both players should stop building drive gauge, no matter what they do. If there's a level 1 on the screen, they should just stop building drive gauge.
Yeah. And if they don't want to do that, I think another alternative is that, again, if you hit somebody, if you hit them and they get punish counter, I think they shouldn't be able to build no drive meter.
Yep.
I think little things like that is like it will stop people from playing like super crazy. And I know some characters would naturally get a buff on that. And honestly, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But
no, yeah. So like for example, like characters like Luke, characters like Guile, like like those characters might get buffs because those characters can hit their level 1 really easily, like Luke's is 6 frames, Ken's is 6 frames, like Luke's even beats Fireball sometimes, so like yeah, I get it, but I feel like that's okay, man. Like it's okay for some characters to have things that are stronger than others. You know, like it's not really a huge deal. And it's just level 1. It's not like it's level 3.
Yeah, and I think that makes fighting games great. Like characters having specific things that are stronger than others, but it just feels like now like, oh, this character just abused the system better than this character, so I'm winning. You know what I mean? And I think we gotta get out of that. I think we gotta make character identities strong again.
I agree.
Yeah. Is there any other changes that you have in mind?
I really do wish that they would add versatility in combos. So I guess that goes back to what I said at first, right? Where I'm tired of every single character's optimal being drive rush heavy, or drive rush heavy, drive rush heavy, drive rush heavy, whatever, right? Like I'm sick and tired of every character's B&B to kill being that. Like I like characters, for example, like Cammy, right? Cammy is a very good example where in the corner, she has hard combos that do a lot more damage. You see Punk do them a lot. He does those combos a lot. They're actually very high execution combos, right? So like I really do hope that they give stuff like that to like every character, because to be honest, every character does have combos like that. Yeah. Like look at Rashid. Rashid has some combos that are very hard, bro. The 1 frame down forward heavy punch in the corner after the enhance EX mixer. Yep. But the problem is that combo really only does like 100 more, 200 more. So when you're going to use level 3, it really isn't even worth it to go for that risk. Because, but I want Capcom to do it so where those combos actually do a lot more damage, to give players, like good players, more incentive to practice those combos, more incentive to actually learn those combos and do them. And it kind of makes no sense. I feel like Capcom went a lot backwards when it comes to Street Fighter 4, because you look at Street Fighter 4, right? That was a game of 1 frame links, right? That was a game of like you had to plink everything, you had to double tap, you couldn't just mash a combo, right? Because you'll drop it, right? But yet the online was delay based. It makes it really hard to actually hit those 1 frame links. We finally have rollback to where we can actually implement combos that are hard and they'll be consistent across all online tournaments and stuff like that, unless you're really far from somebody, but most of the time they're going to be really consistent, so it makes no sense as to why they kind of went backwards, made combos easier while also making online more consistent, like that's definitely one thing I want them to change.
I feel like Ed is an interesting character because he has a route where he could choose where he does more damage, weaker Oki, or he does less damage, stronger Oki, and I'm like, damn, like a lot of characters have where they just have one combo that just do the best of both, and I'm like, they should definitely kind of bring that to like other characters too, and like
just look at characters like Luke and Ken, right? Those characters do the same route whether they're gonna end with level 1, 2, or 3. Like if a Luke is gonna end with level 1, same combo route: charge knuckle, level 1. If he's going to do level 2, charge knuckle, level 2. If he's going to do level 3, charge knuckle, level 3. It's the same starter, pretty much almost the exact same ending for every single combo. Just like with Ken, right? Every single ender to his combo is the run side switch, the run Jinrai, right? And then into level 3. That's how he does every single combo, right? Or level 2 or level 1. Like I really do wish that they would change that up and make characters have to do different combo routes depending on which super that they're gonna use.
Yeah, that make going to training mode more fun.
Exactly. It'll make the games harder, like a little harder, which is okay. Like for a casual audience, it'll still be easy. They could do easy combos, but
or they could just keep doing the same combo, but it scales.
Yeah, but it scales more. Exactly.
Yeah, and I don't think
exactly.
no wrong with doing the same combo and it scales. You know, another thing that I hope that they change too is level 1 having projectile info.
Oh yeah, heck yeah, I agree with that. Honestly, there are some level 1s that really do look like they just should go like past the fireball.
Especially like
Jamie's is one of them.
Yeah, Ed too. He kind of gets off the screen.
Yeah, exactly.
He gets off the screen just to get hit. Yeah.
So like I will say like maybe level 1s like Terry, level 1s like Kimberly where they just rush you like face first. Like maybe those should get smacked by fireballs, right? But I do think certain supers like let's say Juries, let's say Jamie's, you know, like supers like that, they should have some sort of projectile invincibility, especially if they're already struggling to get past fireballs, you know, regardless, you know what I mean? So I do think that Capcom should stop making everything so one-dimensional and just give characters some fun stuff while giving other characters some other fun stuff that other characters don't have. You know, like it'll make people want to play different characters, more characters. Like what happens when you balance the game that it's balanced right now is that people have the mentality of what's the point of playing Ryu when you got Akuma? What's the point of playing Ken when you got Akuma? What's the point of playing Marissa, JP? What's the point of playing Manon when you have Bison? Like all the same characters, same crouch, heavy punch, anti-air, right? But you got Bison. You know what I mean? Like it does way more damage, way easier to open the opponent up. You know, like it gives people that mentality. You know, like you need to add a lot more diversity, I feel.
Yeah. It's too easy just to do one thing, you know?
Yep, exactly.
So that's my biggest thing. Another thing, too, is I wish if you would do, like, a level 1, instead of building up, you just get, like, a set amount. Like, the finishing hit on, like, a character, it just gives them, like, 40 drive meter back or, like, 50 drive meter back. Like, instantly, right?
Yeah.
Because there are times where, like, you'll hit somebody and you're just trying to like shut the momentum down and you just don't build a lot of meters, so they just get up and they just attack you. I don't feel like there's a lot of ways to like defend yourself when you're at low drive gauge. I feel like people they're like you're like on your last leg and like you can't stop anything, you know, because it's really like okay, like what is he gonna do? He's gonna jump at me or he's gonna do this. I can't parry. So I have to like I wish like the game would be like, okay, you do level 1, you got a successful hit, okay, here's like 50 drive meter back. And I'm like, okay, cool. I slowed the game down and it's building. And I just got my set amount.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I agree, bro. You know what's one thing I wanted to ask you? I feel like we never talked about this before. I guess this isn't really a balance change, but I do want to ask you, coming from a lot of different fighting games, being literally at the highest level from so many different fighting games, right? What is one mechanic you would like to see added onto Street Fighter 6?
Oh,
it could be a brand new mechanic, or it could be a mechanic from another game.
Just defend.
Yeah,
I would like it when instead of doing a 2-frame parry to to stop my drive meter from going down, I would like just defend to do that. Like if I if I'm blocking like your normals, I would like to use something that I can like nullify the chip damage of like drive. Something like that.
Yeah, because I guess the thing about parry is that parry is, I guess, like moderately medium risk, I would say. It's not high risk, but I feel like it's medium risk, but then it's like incredible reward.
Yeah.
Like if you get a perfect parry, the entire match just turns around. Like you back throw the opponent to the corner, it's over for them. You know what I mean? So I guess Just Frame would be a very good option that's low reward, but also low risk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, or I guess moderate risk, because I guess you could get opened up, but you know, once you perfect it, once you get really good at it, it's like generally low risk, but it'll also be low reward, which is really good. Like I like low risk, low reward options.
Yeah.
You know, like it gives the game a lot more life. It gives the game a lot more like just versatility, I think.
Yeah, and like it makes offense more cool to like.
Yeah, exactly.
Understand. I think a mechanic like that is really good. I also think like a like choosing to get up, quick tech, shit like that. That's really important. I like that about games because it makes offense it makes offense not as flowcharty.
It makes set play not broken. Pretty much.
Like if you set play me, it's like okay, you got the right terms and conditions. Now it's like I got the hit. I got the right in terms and conditions.
Set play to death. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But I think just just defend around there, in my opinion.
I like that one.
In my opinion, is really good, but I doubt that they'll add that in because of what parry does. Because parries kind of have that. But my biggest change, if I would like to do, is that I'll make it where like only heavies and specials do damage to the drive gauge. Yeah, I was literally take away mediums completely as a whole. I think
that makes sense.
I think only heavies.
I like that actually.
Only heavies because
like
it makes sense.
No, that does make sense.
Or drive rush medium, like it should be like a layer to like attack level, like So if I do drive rush medium, okay, it takes meter. But if I'm doing like regular medium, it doesn't take meter.
That makes sense.
Because
I like that actually.
Because the game, like when you use medium heavies, it already has more impact if you're doing lights and mediums. So I think all impactful moves should do drive meter, and then that'll make offense more layered because you'll see people be like, okay, I'm doing this block string to try to drain your drive gauge instead of doing this block string that also drains your drive gauge while also put you in the strike throw scenario.
I like that. I like that. You know, it'll also nerf characters like Ken. I mean, to be honest, not much because he still has like low forward Jinrai. You know, like you just mash low forward Jinrai. He could spam it on you, not mash. I mean,
yeah, but now the layer starts after the low forward, not when he low forward.
Exactly. Not when he low forward. Yep. No, yeah, I like that. I like that. That's a good change.
So that'll make offense more layers and things like that. I just think right now everything just draining meter. Like, I don't mind it stopping meter from building. Like, I think if you get hit by jab and mediums, it should stop it. And I think that's really cool, right? But like, I mean, I play Ed, so like there are times where I know somebody's in burnout and I'm just mashing stand medium kick. And I'm like, I know like you're gonna have to fight for your life unless you want to get burned out. You know? And like I shouldn't be able to checkmate people like that, you know, personally.
I hate that characters like Luke can still get Oki after the EXDP, bro.
Yeah,
makes no sense, man, from a competitive standpoint.
Yeah, and then he has the most damage DP in the game. So if he needs to kill, he just press the button again and cost an extra bar, and you're dead. You know what I mean?
You're dead. Exactly. Yeah.
So the offense is just too overwhelming in certain scenarios. I wouldn't even say all the time. It's just certain scenarios. It's just nothing you can do.
It's with certain characters, really. Like, let's be honest. It's just certain characters that have stuff like that, right? Like, and they're all top 10. You know what I mean? Like, the ones who don't have that are not top 10 characters. You know, like that's just the way it is. Which is why, honestly, I hope we get a change before Capcom Cup. I don't think it's gonna happen. So we're probably gonna get one after Capcom Cup, and hopefully it's good, man. Hopefully Capcom doesn't let us down. I mean, honestly, I think this last one was a step in the right direction, bro. Like, I don't know if you really enjoyed this one, but I do think that some of the nerfs are pretty freaking good, you know, like the nerf to Ed, his level 2, the nerf to Rashid's EXDP, the nerf to Bison scaling, which, you know, still doesn't really do much, but regardless, like, you know, they're going somewhere, you know, so hopefully they keep it up and they don't do anything drastic, you know, to like mess the game up. But
yeah, I've been enjoying this patch.
They're doing a good job.
I've been enjoying this patch way more. I've been playing like a lot.
Yeah,
I've been playing a lot.
Definitely.
I've been playing a lot, Ed. And I still think he's strong. You know, I still think he's godlike.
Oh, heck yeah.
I still think he's a crazy character. And it's crazy. It's crazy to feel that way because he got hit the hardest out of everybody. And he
really did.
It just shows how strong he was.
Bro, it's crazy. Yeah, they really just, I don't even know how they decide it. But, you know, like, I'm lucky, man. I've been playing Rashid since Street Fighter 5. I've been blessed. Rashid players are blessed, man. Let me tell you that. Rashid players are kind of like Ken players. Like, Ken players, man, they don't ever need to worry about their character, bro. Their character will forever be top tier, forever be tournament viable. Same thing with Rashid, I feel like. So, you know, I'm really happy about that, you know. So good luck to you and your character, though, bro.
Oh, yeah, man, because I had to jump ship on DJ, man, and I want to stay on the ship, but you know,
you can't. I
know each season it's a different boat. Once again, dude, do you have any final thoughts?
No, man, just thank you guys for watching, and thank you, Kizzie, for having me over again, man. I always have so much fun talking about fighting games with you, bro. Like, appreciate it so much. And once again, you guys can find me on Twitter at tryhardjb and Twitch at tryhard_jb.
You heard it from the man himself, so make sure you guys show some love. Also, leave a like for the channel. let me know how you guys enjoy this topic. I hope you guys enjoyed it. But with that being said, I'll see you guys on the next episode of Fighting Game Select. You guys have a great New Year.